Hello and welcome to the top 6 Baldur's Gate mods that will change your game. Up first, we have the full custom companions Hirelings mod. I remember it as custom companions because of the mod pack. But basically what this mod does is it lets you create essentially any companion you want. You can directly duplicate an NPC, which is fantastic if you want, like, say, Zevlor in your party, or pretty much anybody in the game. There's some you can't get to because it can only be used outside of combat, and you can't use it on corpses. And as you can see, for a little example, I went up the hill and I duplicated a little intellect devour, and he is a sorcerer. And as you can see, they kind of keep some of their minor abilities, such as claw attacks, but if you have like a boss NPC that you want to duplicate, you can do that too. I've personally gone ahead and brought the bullet with me that you can find in the Underdark. There's all these the mushroom people in the Underdark, various other NPCs. Raphael is great, but it's just another really fun way to kind of change your game. Up next, we have Party Limit Begone, which by far is the most stable one I have found so far. It goes ahead and expands your party size to be up to 16. On multiplayer, you can limit it up to 8, but it allows you to go ahead and just have as many companions as you want. And if you're running full custom companions as a mod, you're going to be able to go ahead and make as many original companions as you want, rather than just hirelings. Using Party Limit Begone, in addition to full custom companions, you can go ahead and duplicate straight up NPCs. So if you want a team of several Shadow Hearts, you can do that. I don't know why you would. Shadow Heart is terrible. Up next on our list, we have Appearance Edit Enhance. Now, this mod is fantastic because we can go ahead and edit our own appearance. We can resculpt to go ahead and change everything about the character. This also works on origin characters. So you can go, the NPCs in your party. You're not just the custom companions NPCs, but Astarion, Shadowheart. You can go ahead and change their race, you can change their class, you can change them into anything you want, basically, which is just great if you are starting to get really bored with the classic origin characters. You can change Shadowheart, you can keep her as Shadowheart and then change just the base stuff as if you were, you know, just changing the class, but you can also just make them a custom companion and go ahead and change pretty much everything about them.
Something the matter.
And as you can see, when you do this, they keep their story, so you can go ahead and change them completely to be something different. And even though Shadowheart is now a half-orc, she'll maintain the same voice, and you can go ahead and still do her plot line. So it's, you know, kind of interesting. Up next, we have Unlock Level Curve. If you don't know about this mod, I don't know what you're doing, but basically what Unlock Level Curve does is it lets you change the level maximum from 12 to 20. So all characters can go up to 20th level. If you're a spellcaster, you can get all the spell slots that you would get up to 20th level, so you can get up to 9th level spell slots. It's really great if you're doing something that's going to make the game harder, like adding various mods that will increase the difficulty. And I've been watching the mod update over the months, and it looks like they're adding additional spells. So there are still, it's still very limited, but there are some like 7th and 8th level spells. There's a lot of abilities that are getting added in from classes. Like Barbarian will get Retaliation at 14th level, Brutal Critical, Persistent Rage, things like that. There's still a lot of stuff that they need to add still, which is just part of the course because it's such a big endeavor that they're trying to do, but it's still fantastic. I mean, it really adds a lot of extra fluff. Obviously, I didn't go ahead and level up my character because the fastest I could get, I think I reached level 11. Maybe if I level up right now, I'm at the beach, so I don't have a good way to demo it for you. But it's really interesting. Warlock in particular is fantastic because you get many Mystic Arcanums. And I am looking forward to what they do in the future because it is something that I've been keeping my eye on for a long time. And with the update that's coming out in September-ish, it should be pretty interesting to see what they can do. And up next, we have the Encounters Overhaul mod. Now, as I mentioned before, adding all this extra stuff to the game can make the game a lot easier. I'm currently doing a playthrough where it's almost a joke how easy the game is. But there are ways to increase the difficulty. Encounters Overhaul is one of them. As you can see here, I am fighting mind flayers on the beach, which is not what you should be doing at this level, but it is still only really good for Act 1 and 2. Act 3 is something that they're working on currently, but you can get into a fight with mind flayers here. Pretty much every encounter in the game is changed. In that there's either more enemies or extra enemies, or the enemies are just tweaked. So it still is far more interesting than most mods. I personally ran into a bullet recently. There was two extra bullets in the Underdark, which is kind of fun. And it's something that, again, they're updating as they go. So even if you think that you're bored with this mod in like a couple months, you have no idea if they're going to end up changing it completely to add in more things. Up next, of course, we have the Trials of Tav. The Trials of Tav has gotten a lot of traction lately. I'm sure you've at least heard about it if you've been looking into modding. And basically what the Trials of Tav does is it causes the game to turn into a roguelike. Now, this is a terrible example, but basically the way this game works is it turns it into a roguelike. Now, each map that you load into is different, and you fight a set of monsters, creatures, something like that each time you fight. You get equipment, things like that. This is a bad example because I haven't actually played through the game yet, so I don't have anything that's going to light up this area, so I'm probably gonna die. But this is a fun way to kind of spice up your game. When you beat the area, you get points. You can go ahead and spend those points on various different buffs, one of them being the ability to resist the Shadow Curse, which would have been great right now. But you get the general idea that you can go ahead and keep playing it forever, and it's strictly combat based. But there we go. That is our top 6 Baldur's Gate mods to change your game. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. I have a plan to do some more subclass mods in addition to a little bit more other mods that I want to mention. And of course, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do next after the adventures of Don Dingle Johnson, because he's nearing the end of Act 2. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with that. But I will see you guys later.